Today in the crypto space, we see the market nice and green, Bitcoin up approximately 2.5% above that $66,000 mark, and Ethereum right around $3,000, guys, hovering steadily right above that support. The rest of the crypto space, the altcoins are deep in the green pretty much. We have Near Protocol looking really good, Pepe, AVAX, IMX, Kaspa, and many others. In today's video, I want to talk about the general market. I want to use Bitcoin as a leading indicator, but more importantly, I want to talk about one altcoin, one project that we definitely need an update with, and that is called Area. So you know what, let's talk about the news, let's analyze the charts, and let's strategize to capitalize. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mike, and let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. On the channel, we talk about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the altcoins, looking for opportunities. Whether we go up or down, bearish or bullish, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is stay one step ahead of the market so that we can capitalize on any of the volatility. And if you appreciate the strategy, subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, including the live streams at 7:30 Eastern, where we talk about crypto news and price action. Guys, if you have any projects you want me to cover here on the channel, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. You can hit me up on the socials. The links are in the description. Better yet, guys, join the Discord. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. The best part is it's absolutely free. All right, guys, let's begin. Let's see what's going on here with the top 100. You know, generally speaking, guys, we can see that the overall market cap in the crypto space is rising. We're at right now $2.5 trillion, doing pretty good here. The volume is slowly picking up in trend with the increase in market cap, the total market cap, which is great. We can also see that the crypto space in general is nice and green today. You know, nothing major, but still a nice grind to the upside for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many others, BNB, and the list goes on, Solana, and keep on going down. Even XRP is waking up today, guys. 4.5%, 7 days, 12%, not bad, pretty good. And if we keep on going down, the market in general is in consensus. You know, pretty much agreeing with the fact that the market should be rallying up and slowly grinding upwards. And guys, this is where we start to build a bit of confidence. Look at Near Protocol, up 16%, guys, up 40% in 7 days. That's super bullish. Near Protocol, guys, is a great project, and I would be looking into projects that are within the Near Protocol ecosystem. ICP needs to wake up a little bit, guys. It's kind of going sideways after a bit of a rally up. You know, not bad though. At least it did wake up. And the market in general is very consistent, right? We're 8%, 2% more or less. I think a nice 5% average throughout the market right now is expected to the upside. Of course, Stellar doing the thing. BitTensor, you know, up 6.5% after a bit of a bottom. Maybe now it's getting its relief to the upside. BitTensor has been one of those great gainers in the last little while. So we could expect, you know, a bit of, peaks and valleys along the way, and retracements do happen because of profit taking. And that's the name of the game, guys. So we just got to be prepared for those rallies up. Maker coming down, you know, down 3%. Is it going to get its rally up eventually? Maybe not. You know, this is the game, the name of the game. It doesn't really promise you anything. The market doesn't promise you anything, but we can prepare for scenarios. And right now, I feel like, generally speaking, based on what we can see here in this market, in the charts and so on, that the market should be looking for some green. The market should be recovering a little bit here. If Bitcoin reaches the top of its, within its consolidation, the top of the consolidation, it could look for a breakout. Even if it's a failed breakout, it doesn't matter. It should bring some great volume into the altcoin market as well. And we're seeing a lot of green. Maybe I'm people trying to front run a potential altcoin season or a nice little breakout here. Monero doing good. Arweave doing good. A lot of projects are doing decent here, guys. As you can see, lots of good green. What else do we have? We have Quant right at $107, still pegged at that $100 mark. What else do we have? Neo, sideways, a bit of sideways. Okay, a little bit of sideways here and there. Doesn't hurt anybody because eventually we do get that expansion. It's about being a bit patient here. 3%. So the market in general right now is definitely green. Some of them more than others. You know, 5%. To the upside is pretty much average right here, and expecting it to continue is very possible, given the fact that Bitcoin is not showing any real weakness at their current level. All right, guys, I know you're here to talk about charts. Let's begin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on here. Bitcoin kind of going sideways, doing its thing. Nothing really crazy. At the end of the day, we expected, you know, Bitcoin to show us a little bit of a bottom or something, some sort of indication that, you know, maybe we should be getting with a bit more aggression. However, guys, sometimes, you know, this is the way it works. We come down, get those quick bounces to the upside, and then we do not get confirmations. Do we come down and get a bit of a confirmation low so that we can get in with, you know, either with a bigger bag or a leverage position or whatever the case is? Ultimately, guys, we got to be prepared, because really what's happening here is that we see a Bitcoin trying to get back up to the previous highs. If it gets back to the previous highs, the bull flag is on. It looks like a bull flag. The bulls are going to be looking at it and treating it as a bull flag for a potential breakout continuation to the upside. And there are many shorts up at these levels that could get liquidated, and at the end of the day get a short squeeze to the upside, and we hit our bullish targets of about $83,800, give or take. That's what I would be looking for, right? For another move to the upside, another leg. But to be honest, guys, the way I see this market is like this. I see that Bitcoin has done really good, and I'm looking for volatility. I'm looking for real potential gains. And in my opinion, obviously, in order to find that, you got to look for those altcoins. Bitcoin, at the end of the day, is not going to give you the life-changing gains that you're looking for. It'll give you security. It'll give you a lot of good gains, no doubt. But if you're looking for real good gainers, you have to take a little bit more risk and look down into the lower cap altcoins. We're talking about, you know, under $100 million market cap is a level where you could expect some good price action to the upside, right? And that's basically what we're here for. We're looking for volatility, looking for opportunities to make some gains. So this is where we're at here with Bitcoin. If you look at the momentum is definitely, you know, slowly trekking to the downside. However, we're getting a bit of relief in the short term upwards. Now the question is, do we get a resistance? Do we get rejected and come back down to get extremely oversold? The volatility looks like it wants to do a bit of a U-turn. The orange line is doing that quick recovery to the upside, and it's likely that we see range highs in the immediate short term. We could see that as long as the Bitcoin price and the momentum is sideways here, the purple line, you know, kind of in this range like it was in the past. Eventually we could get another rally to the upside and get overbought. And of course, I'm waiting for my green diamonds to show up, because that will give me some indication of confluence of this potential reversal and a trend reversal to the upside with regards to momentum, right? And then, of course, trend in itself is looking okay. We might get that EMA cross any moment now with a little green histogram bar. That would be great indication of a potential reversal in trend. And also going from dark blue to light blue, dark blue to light blue would be super awesome, giving us that confirmation of a pivot as well with regards to trend. And then we can confirm this as a potential bottom. Now, as of now, it does look like a bottom, but a confirmation low would be super solid here on Bitcoin. All right, guys. So overall, Bitcoin is looking okay. It's still within structure, nothing to be fearful of. Keep on looking for those bottom dwelling altcoins with great fundamentals, because that's the way you are going to make those gains. The gains are made taking a bit of risk, but it's got to be calculated. It's got to be realistic. So don't take too much risk. But at the end of the day, I know that we have to. So be very precise. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's take a look at what's going on here with area. I felt like I needed to do a little bit of an update here, given that area at the end of the day has been doing really good in the short term. Very nice, holding its nice bottom level, right? Very nice. And we came out with a deep dive, guys. If you missed out the deep dive on area, I would suggest you go on the channel and go and check it out, because I do release deep dives every Sunday regarding different projects. And right now, area, after the deep dive, we noticed that it's been getting a nice little double bottom at desperate levels of horizontal support. And we are getting a nice little level here. We're getting a double bottom, and maybe we start breaking structure. A key indication of a pivot is when we start seeing a change of character in the structure. At this current moment, we're getting a double bottom. Okay, it's decent, not bad. However, a higher low would be even better, but a nice double bottom, even, you know, we could even classify this as a higher low. Okay, that's fine, whatever. You know, we don't have to nickel and dime with all these little wicks. It's slightly higher low, great, but what would be super awesome is a higher high. Higher high, and then, of course, the break of this trend is awesome. Of course, a trend break is obviously a good indication, but a higher high basically insinuates that we're making a higher high Then upon a back test, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Trend is your friend. We made a pivot point. Okay, so that's something to consider. Another thing to consider is that we're getting a bit of divergence here. If we kind of zoom in here on the daily, I'm focusing on the daily because right now the daily is what is giving us the most indication of a potential reversal. We're getting a nice stack of volume right into here, as can be seen, and cross-reference with the volume profile, we can see a bit of a spike in volume, which is obviously good. Now, if you look at the momentum, the purple line compared to this bottom and this bottom, you can see it's severely shifting to the upside. We got a very low oversold condition, a very low oversold condition as well, but not as low as this one. And although the price is somewhat higher here, guys, it's almost a double bottom. There is divergence right in here. Okay, you can see that the aggression to the upside is picking up here, and we see a divergence also on the trend. Okay, that's very important. The expansions to the downside is pretty much done, tapered in. You can see the red expansion that came down. It looks like it's kind of diminishing, and every time you kind of see that, you can kind of see it kind of is getting to an end point of the expansion to the downside. So do we get a green expansion up so we can start seeing a continuation? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. Okay, so we got to keep our eyes on that. Guys, area right now is in a potential breakout scenario, and as a trader, I'm not really a breakout trader, but if you look at the range that we're dealing with, it is tight. It is very, very tight. Another thing that I'm interested in here is, again, the trend. Back to the trend. Let's look at this in a bit more detail. We see a bullish divergence here on the trend. Guys, this oscillator or this indicator is a combination of the traditional MACD and my custom indicator, which is the waves, the trend waves. We can see that we're getting a class A bullish divergence on the trend with a green dot that is giving us confluence with the traditional MACD and the trend waves to the upside, which is looking really good. So as we get this divergence, as we're getting green candles to the upside, as we are getting these EMAs facing up and everything is aligning correctly, we could expect that the trend could be reversing here on the daily, okay, which is super, super bullish. I kind of want to cram this price action up so I can actually show you a big picture here. Again, we break above 18 cents, right? We start making a higher high. The price target for a potential breakout is usually the base of the descending wedge. As you know, it is a descending wedge, and we're getting support right here at this point of control zone area. The profit taking area is at about 30 cents, and you're easily doubling your money upon that trade. You can see that's a very, very good scenario. From here to here, you're looking at about 100% gains, if not a little bit more. And ultimately, guys, we've been sniping entries all the way down here at about 10 cents. When I was on the Discord telling you guys, bull flag on, we kept on moving and we hit our pattern completion. So we're doing pretty good in the short term, long term. All of this doesn't matter. It all looks good at this current level to start accumulating a bit of a bag for a potential run to the upside. Area is looking good. Let's quickly go on to the 4 hour and see, as long as we're in this range, guys, we can definitely come up with a plan. The plan at this current moment is this, because this is the bottom range. We came down, lower lows and lower highs. All of a sudden, you can see that we're creating this pivot. All we need is a confirmation high, higher high. And if that happens, that would be a great indication to get in on the back test. Right now is not a bad time. If we back test and come down a little bit more, that's even better. The reason why I'm saying this is because if we break below the thick yellow line at about 7.4 cents, guys, that's where your invalidation is. That's where you got to say, you know what? I done my due diligence. I bought the dip. I took a bit of risk at the right zones. But if it breaks below that, I want out. I want to protect my initial investment. I want to protect my capital. And unfortunately, here on the 4 hour, we're getting a bit of divergence here on these two double tops. You can see two tops right here. And the momentum, the trend is coming down. The trend waves are showing us that we're getting a bit of divergence, and the MACD is giving us tons of confluence here on the 4 hour for a bit of a dip. Red dot on the 4 hour, EMA is facing down, red histogram bars to the downside, and the overall trend, the momentum, it got into oversold conditions, and we're getting some volatility to the downside in the immediate short term. So I'm expecting a bit of a dip, and if we do come down, DCA, and eventually what we're looking for is a break above this horizontal resistance. Guys, that's when the magic will happen here for area. As long as we stay within this range and accumulate and eventually break out, it's looking super, super bullish here on area. So not bad, not bad. These are the patterns, these are the structures that I like to see, and then I can plan out, you know, my next move. Ultimately, we need a bigger confirmation would be awesome. If we broke out, came back down, big confirmation, and then huge rally up. But guys, getting entries right now means that that, you could be getting in at an absolute bottom price. Guys, if I've offered you any value in the video, do the channel a massive favor, slap the like button. It does really help out with the algorithm. If you want to follow me on the socials, the links are in the description below. Feel free to join the Discord, guys. The Discord is where it's at. Lots of good alpha, trade setups, fundamentals, and learning material. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And don't forget, buy the dip.